You're in the dark.
Now you can see me. Morning.
Oh, now I can see you. Okay. Okay. Good morning, Jiang Na.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Han
ma'am.
Shu. Good morning, Anna Krom.
Good morning, Professor.
How are you, Anna?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
You look a bit tired.
Yes.
Yes. Wake up, Anna. You have a fabulous lesson.
I must.
Jiang Na, what's new?
Nothing. I wake up late.
You woke up late this morning?
Yes.
Yes? Oh. Did you go, were you partying last night?
No, but one of my friends come to visit me, so we talked late yesterday.
Oh, you talked until late.
Yeah, I haven't eaten breakfast.
Oh, okay. Good morning, Francesca Parilla.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Francesca. What's new?
I'm okay. What about you?
Oh, you see, she said, what about you? I'm fine this morning, actually. I'm kind of like Jiang Na. I went to bed late, so as you see, I even opened up the lesson just at 9 instead of 10 minutes before. Okay. I think we should start the lesson. Does anybody have any questions about the homework or anything like that?
Maybe
No?
not.
Yes. What is your question?
No, I don't have any question.
Oh.
Just I forgot to write another artist.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember to follow the instructions when you're doing your homework, everyone.
I want to read the test of homework right. I think I should to choose one of from the two artists.
Ah, you thought that you had to choose one.
Yes.
Ah,
a little
okay,
stupid.
Don't worry. Okay. Before starting the lesson or going over the things in the lesson, I think we should just go over how you will do the test. Okay. So I don't think any of you have problems with doing Google, creating a Google document, but I will just review that again. So let's see, I will give you, I don't know, we can decide how much time that you will need to do the test. And towards the end of the lesson, I will just, we'll stop going through the lesson that I gave you, and then I'll say, this is time to do the test. All right, so let me just share my screen with you. Okay, so this is obviously not your stream page. This is the stream page that I use as an example. So let's say that this is your stream page, right? And at a certain point, well, at the top of the stream page, you will see in a little while the test. that I will post on the screen page. So what do? Let's say you click directly on it, right? And you have your working space. What's different about this working space from the other homework things that you have done is that you have a little document. You'll see a little document here when you click on the test that I will send you, and that will be your test. But be careful now, because this document that I will post here is the Professor Marshall's document. It's a Word document that I post here, and you will not be using. Anyway, let me go ahead. So what do? You click on it. Okay, so you click on this and you see this example here. Now, your test will not be like this. This is just an example. What happens now? All right, this is, as I said to you, this is my document that I'm sending to you. You have to copy this document to create your own document. So you select it, right, with the left side of the mouse. Then you copy it with the right side of the mouse. Then you go back. You go back to your working space, add or create, click on document, create a document, and then, okay, you just, well, I have to wait, my computer's a bit slow. You just copy on it. You paste. You see? Now, this is your document. So remember, you're creating your document from my document. So after you've finished this, blah, 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 then you send it to me. Okay. Now, so this was just an example of what will be happening, okay? But let's go on to see your test. Okay, so this will be your test. I haven't posted it yet, but I'm showing it to you. So you have this image of by Caspar David Friedrich, Chalk Cliffs on Rügen. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is German. And then you have a few quotes. And then you have the indications of your grammar test. So it will be use a gerund as a subject, and then continue with narrative tenses to write a brief imaginative story. Imaginative, folks. Let's just make this not more than 4 to 6 sentences about how 3 people discover a landscape. Remember to concentrate on syntax. So when you create your Google document from this, you may want to maybe copy the painting and put it on your text. But the most important thing for you to do is to select this and put it at the top of your page. Now, okay, so let me come back to you. Oops. All right, so it's kind of an unusual grammar test because it's not the grammar test that you're expecting. You wanted to see just sentences where you click it, you blew in a few words. No, you're going to be asked, I'm asking you to write an imaginative story, starting with a gerund as a subject. And if you want, we can go over this again. And then using narrative tenses to write a brief story about these, about what's happening in the painting. Now, the whole lesson will help you to kind of start imagining what you can write about. Okay? That's why I wanted to show it to you at the beginning so that you start thinking about it, because I realize that if you ask someone to write something creatively just like that, it can be kind of disturbing, because you need time to think about things. I think I've said everything. Everything. Does anybody have any questions? Do you understand more or less? Yes? Yes. Okay. All right. So let's see, the lesson is 2.5 hours. How much time do you think you'll need to sort of, you know, think about it and then write a creative story, short creative story?
Sorry, Mr. Masha.
Yes.
We have to write a story about the picture and use the narrative tense.
Yes, but it's not a story about the picture, actually. It's a story about how 3 people discover a landscape, and you're referring to the painting. You understand? It's not only just it's how they discover a landscape, but you're referring to that painting in your story.
I imagine a story and I write what I imagine. No?
Yes, you're writing a story. What you imagine.
Okay.
Okay. And does everybody, so for the narrative tenses, and you can look at your notes if you want, if you don't remember exactly narrative tenses, I don't care if you look at your notes. So for example, I would like you to use the past simple, the past continuous, the past perfect, for example. But I want you to start the story with the gerund as a subject. Do you remember that lesson? So for example, a gerund as a subject, running is good physical activity. Okay. So your first word will be a gerund that is a subject.
Okay. Without just the gerund. Running or maybe other things with a gerund. No?
Yes, it has to be the subject, Elisa.
Sorry?
But obviously, just because I said running is good physical activity doesn't mean that you have to. I mean, is everybody going to use that as their first sentence? Running is a good physical activity. That's why we went to the chalk cliffs. Oh, goodness gracious. So, I mean, this is just to make you work a bit creatively and use your neurons, those brain cells. Huh?
So please, teacher, you want us to write each sentence beginning with a gerund?
No, Catherine, I want just the first sentence.
Just the first one?
Just the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a good question, because then everybody will start. Just the first one, everyone. The rest is just in narrative tenses. Oh, okay. So let me go on to our lesson. I know you're all excited. Oh, wait. Who am I tormenting today? Does anybody want to volunteer? Okay, so nobody is volunteering, so I just have to choose. And since on my screen, right, I don't see all of you. I'm just always choosing the same people. So, for example, I will choose Jouer Rouet.
Okay, I accept this.
And I will choose, let's see, Francesca Parilla.
Okay.
And And I will choose Angela.
Yes.
And I will choose, let's see, somebody who I haven't chosen before, but I can't even see the, well, of course I'm going to choose Ma Yuan Tong.
Okay.
Okay, so I have 4. Does anybody else want to say me?
I do.
Who said I do? Oh, Barbara.
Good morning, Prof.
Good morning, Barbara. I didn't want to choose you because I've been choosing you all the time, and I was thinking maybe you're saying she's tormenting too much. She's.
I was waiting to see if anyone else wanted to do it.
Oh, okay. So I'm glad you said hello and that you wanted to do it. Now, since you Xiao Zhou is wiping his eyes and wiping.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Xiao Zhou. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's have a 7. Anyone else? How about Yang Rui? Are you there?
Yeah, Professor, I'm here. It's
Would you
okay.
like- is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, so we have a nice group here. All right, let's go. Okay, so grammar tests. So remember, concentrate on your syntax. What does that mean? Syntax. Basically, if you want to be very sure about your English syntax, you start with a subject, then you have a verb, and then you say blah, blah, blah after that. Okay. All right. So the first lesson starts, the first part of the lesson starts with grammar. So let's look at this grammar. We're looking at 2 infinitives. Okay, so Jouer Rouet, can you start, please?
Yes, of course. Lesson 3.
Oh, but it's not lesson 3. What am I doing? Let me just correct that. This is lesson 5. Okay, go.
2 infinitives in the sentence structure. In English, if you want to follow a verb with another type of action, you must use use a gerund or a to infinitive. A to infinitive plus base from the verb. Example, to learn. We can use the to infinitive to indicate purpose or intention of the action. For example, she came to collect her salary. In this case, to has the same meaning as in order to.
Okay. All right. Can you give me an example of of using to in this way?
Yeah. I come to eat the ice cream.
I came to eat the ice cream.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Where do you eat your ice creams? Where do you go? Do you go to Grand?
Now I'm in Paris.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
And how do you say ice cream in French?
I don't know. I just come here to travel. But usually I'm in Florence.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Francesca Parilla, can you continue?
Okay. To infinitive as a subject. Example, to learn a new language is interesting. To do the right thing is not always easy. This, however, is a very formal structure that is not often used.
Okay, so this, when you use a to infinitive as a subject, actually almost no one uses a to infinitive as a subject in, let's say, in informal speech, but not even not even when you're speaking formally. This is something that you might find in literature, okay? Can you think of an example of this, Francesca?
It's something about just to change the structure, no? I can try to say the truth is hard. Or
okay, good.
Just it's hard to say the truth.
Okay, to say the truth is hard. Can you do that same thing with the gerund?
Saying the truth
is hard.
I feel
no, wait, wait. So to say the truth is hard, right? You used it as, you said, to say as a subject, and you can use it the same way as a gerund. So saying the truth is hard.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. All right. Angela?
Yes. To infinitive as an object. For example, I need to say something to you. What do I need to say something to you? Or they love to travel.
Okay, so this is, we can say that Joerue loves to travel. And Angela will give us an example.
Yes, maybe I need to draw some sketches for a project.
Yes, excellent. All right, continue. You and Tom.
Yes, to infinitive to indicate what something can or will be used for. In this sentence structure, the to infinitive follows a noun or pronoun. For example, the children need a garden to play in. I don't have an appropriate dress to wear to the dinner party.
Is that true? You don't have an appropriate dress, you and Tom?
No, I have a bunch.
So do you often go to dinner parties? Excuse me?
Not in Italy, actually, because since the pandemic started,
right.
Very few occasions it's required this kind of dress.
But what you,
I'd
you
love
said
to,
no,
though.
But you like to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, so
like all dressed up, being pretty, and eating something, and eat at this in like wonderful environment. Stuff
yes, I like that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you give us an example?
Okay. Okay, and let me think about it. I need a substantial rucksack to travel.
I need a substantial what?
Rucksack, like a backpack.
Oh, okay. So, okay, excuse me. You're being very international. A rucksack. Excuse me. All right. You know, here you're talking to a banal American. I'm thinking of backpack. But rucksack is also correct. Very nice. Okay. Barbara, the next one.
To infinitive after be plus adjective. Example, it is important to answer the questions correctly. He is anxious to do well. I am happy to see you.
So you got a kind of a little difficult one. Can you give me an example?
For example, she's thrilled to see her friend.
Very good. You got it right away. Okay. Then the next one, you shoujo. You show.
Okay. Sorry, okay. I don't open my microphone.
All right.
Okay. To infinitive to make a comment or judgment. For example, that wasn't a nice thing to say. He knows how to behave well.
Okay, so one moment before you give me your example. Do you know how to behave well?
Behave well? No.
Of course, of course. All right, give us your example.
Okay. Just a moment.
You're making a judgment.
Yeah, making judgment.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, that is a good art to that's it. I have a nice project of art to do like this. No.
I guess so. Yes. Okay. I have a nice art project. Let's say I have a nice art project that I have to do.
That I have to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yang Rui?
Yes. To infinitive with some question, with questions words, verbs such as the, ask, decided, explain, forgot, know, how, tell, understand can be followed by question words plus to infinitive. Example, you can decide when to go in retirement. Do you understand what to do?
Okay, so choose one of those verbs. You can choose ask, decide, explain, forget, know, show, tell, understand. Then you follow it by a question word and a to infinitive to form an example. Can you think of something? I mean, I can understand that it's kind of, you have to think quickly.
Let me think.
All right, so you think.
I forgot how can I learn the skilling.
I'm sorry?
I forgot how can sorry. Let me think, sorry.
Okay, so I forgot
how can how to skilling.
How to? I didn't understand what you said. I forgot how to.
Oh.
Say it again.
Skilling in the.
Oh goodness. Let me come back to you because since I can't see your face.
Scaling. Sorry. I forgot how to scaling.
Wait a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry because my bird.
No.
It's
Don't
sunrise.
worry.
I forgot how to scaling in the mountain.
How to ski.
Ski. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we have to be careful with pronunciation because sometimes we don't understand. So I forgot how to ski when I was in the mountains. But were you saying how to skiing before? Were you saying that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not correct because that's skiing would be a gerund. We want a to infinitive, so to ski.
Ski, yeah.
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry.
But no, there's no sorry. We're here to learn.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so very good. So these verbs here are always followed by a to infinitive. So when you use these verbs, most likely there's a to infinitive that will follow them. So for example, want. Think about it. I want to talk to you, or I want to go out to the party, or I want to go to the party. The following verbs can be followed either by a gerund or by a to infinitive. So we have verbs in the last lesson, on the gerund lesson, we looked at verbs that were always followed by a gerund. We have certain verbs that can either be followed by a gerund or to infinitives, and they're like, love, prefer, hate, start, begin, continue. Okay, let's go on to the next page. So, oh, I'll have to make it a bit smaller. All right, so let's see. Yuan Tong, can you read, please?
Yes. A modal verb is a verb used to express ideas such as possibility, certainty, obligation, or necessity in relation to another verb. Use models of deduction.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, we.
Oh,
go ahead.
Okay, we use models of deduction to say how sure we are about something. For example, we arrive late. A definite in situation. We may arrive late. May express a possibility.
Okay, so if we look at the first modal, now remember, we're talking about modals of deduction because when we talk about modals, and I'm sure all of you have studied modals before, these same words such as must or can't, right, that we're seeing, or might, may, could, can be expressed in certain ways. So, for example, when we first learn about must, we usually learn must as a modal of obligation, something that indicates something, let's see, that you're obligated to do. And this obligation with must is usually, let's say, it talks about an obligation that comes from the person that's speaking. So, for example, I must remember to call him. So I'm giving myself the obligation of remembering to call him. But must here, that's where we're looking at modals of deduction, is used in a different way. Okay, we're not talking about obligation. We're talking about, we use must when we feel sure that something is true because there's strong evidence. Okay, so it's not obligation here. So let's have Barbara read the first, we'll read these examples for must.
Okay, must. Only the examples?
No, we'll read from the beginning, must and the whatever, the rule.
Must. We use must when we feel sure that something is true because there's very strong evidence. Examples. He must like